wildly inconsistent hand motions while acting as like you are superior to everyone. But in private, you're a complete mess. Say whatever you want about me, but don't mention my family name, Yandy whispered in a stern, low voice, her face tightening. You have no idea what you're talking about or the amount of pressure I deal with every day. The veiled mention of family further altered the atmosphere. When Mendici's name was mentioned, pride, respect, and reputation were suddenly in jeopardy. The producers pushed in and captured every detail with their cameras, not only friendship or loyalty, an effort to create the kind of emotional event that would make headlines. Later, the atmosphere in the room was described as though the air itself were about to explode. Sierra took it a step farther because she felt stuck. She leaned in close, almost whispering, maybe your man wouldn't be conversing with other women if he truly respected you. An uncontrollable chain reaction seemed to begin with just one sentence. Yandy stood up, her body tensing. What did you just say to me? She shouted, her cheeks flushed with rage. Anarchy erupted. The cast members' attempts to intervene were muffled by the two women's yelling over one another. The room continued to echo with words like betrayal and fraudulent lies. The tension that had been building for months finally boiled over. Catching everyone in the crossfire, Sierra was relentless in her criticism of Yandy, claiming that she was hiding a faulty reality behind a perfect one. Her voice was clear enough to cut through the noise in the background. She kept going. You want to act like everything in your world is perfect, but we all know the truth. Clearly trembling, Yandy retaliated with her own charges, portraying Sierra as envious and Then the turning point came. Sierra became enraged and blocked Yandy's way as she attempted to flee. Sierra extended out in a single motion, her palm entangled in Yandy's wig, pulling her back as the audience exploded in gasps and tears. The shocking moment was caught on camera as security raced to stop the cast members from tearing them apart. It was careless, haphazard, and unplanned. The fight between the two women was a complete mess. Cries to stop it echoed, chairs scuffed the floor, and drinks spilt. The crew had to edit the audio, but insiders claimed that what happened during those fleeting moments will be remembered as one of the most violent altercations the show has ever seen. Sierra's hold on them resisted security's attempts to break them up, and Yandy's voice could be heard screaming, "Get her off me. She's lost her mind." Additionally, Mandy's name was called from across the room just as it appeared. Toit couldn't get any worse? His role, real or imagined, merely fueled the flames. Sierra cried, still struggling to breathe. That's precisely why you pressed, because you know what I'm saying has some truth to it. You have no right to include my husband in this, Yandy said. You don't know the battles I fight every single day to protect my family. Her words hung heavy in the air, and for a while, the room fell silent. Everyone realized that this was more than just a television drama. It was raw, emotional, and on the verge of shattering relationships that had been cultivated over years. While some cast members tried to defuse the situation, others were unable to hide their disbelief. One was heard whispering, "Nobody is going to believe what just happened here. This is going to go viral on social media." Another argued that the video might never ever run, saying that it was too violent and unpolished for producers to risk airing in its entirety. However, the harm had already been done and the rumors were getting out of control. Sierra held her ground as Yandy was escorted out of the room, her wig unkempt and her feelings on display. Her chest rose and fell with every breath. She murmured, "I'm tired of the fake image," a pure voice that was sharp enough for everyone to hear but hardly audible. After learning about the tragedy, viewers couldn't stop wondering what had happened and, more importantly, what it would mean for the show's central relationships. The atmosphere in the building was almost unbearable. After that dramatic brawl, the cast members who had just witnessed the turmoil were still processing what had happened in front of their eyes, while other crew members were pacing around uncomfortably and muttering to one another. Despite being shaken, the cameras continued to record as he was led away by security. Yandy looked both angry and devastated. Her trust had been damaged, her pride had been shattered, and her wig had been stolen. She tried to keep her composure by keeping her head down, but it was clear from the tears welling up in her eyes how deeply this episode had wounded her. Even in that unfiltered moment, she understood that millions of people would soon be observing and analyzing her suffering. Despite the camera's best efforts to keep back and give her privacy, on the other side, pacing back and forth as her chest heaved as if the fire inside her had not yet gone out, she yelled, "No, I'm not letting her play me like that." In response to her friend's attempts to console her, everyone wants to act like she's so innocent, but I know things people don't know, she insisted, speaking in the interim with a mix of outrage and annoyance. She is not this ideal friend or wife, and I won't hold back any longer if she wants to continue coming for me. Others in her immediate vicinity exchanged worried looks. The way supporters were reacting on social media further exacerbated the situation. Within minutes, videos of the argument went viral on social media, with comments like "This fight is about to change," with some criticizing Sierra for going too far and others accusing Yandy of spending too much time hiding behind her image. The argument had taken over the internet and was no longer merely a fight. Suddenly, Mendices was drawn into the storm. Although he wasn't present when the fight began, his name kept coming up in conversations. Some fans speculated that there might have been exchanges between the two that Yandy didn't approve of, while others argued that Sierra's intervention was just a ruse to push Yandy over the edge. In any case, his silence only served to intensify the rumors. According to insiders, the event left producers feeling both thrilled and horrified. On the one hand, they knew that the video was too violent, too personal, and too sensitive to even air without serious consequences. But they couldn't deny that the anarchy in this scene was exactly what made reality TV so alluring. Days that followed, it appeared to spread like wildfire instead. In order to support the charges, supporters started looking through prior interviews, previous social media posts, and any other information that would link Sierra and Mendices. Now, every interaction that had previously gone unnoticed, every grin in a picture, every comment beneath a post was being dissected and examined as possible proof. And both women maintained their positions despite everything that was going on. Yandy insisted that her bond with Mendices was unbreakable, would not allow anyone to bring her marriage into disrepute. She allegedly told a buddy, "I don't care what people think they saw or heard. My partner and